Welcome back to Abundance Thursdays with Vinney Smile Chopra and myself, Gualter Amarelo. Vinney, welcome back, brother. How are you today?
I'm doing awesome, brother. I just can't tell you. As I'm really getting younger each day, I tell my mind, Vinny, you are not getting older one day. No, no, no. You're getting younger. I think my energy, oh my gosh, this stand is not doing well today. But I'll hold it. I'll hold it.
We were
I
just
know,
talking about that stand.
yeah, we were. But I'll just hold it here. But the thing is, I have so much energy. I mean, after my birthday, we've been celebrating for 2, 3 weeks now. And the exciting part is my mindset is so clear what I want to do for the next 20 years, in the next, and I'll be 90 years then. But anyway, but that's what I wanted to tell you about. I'm a kid again. When he hit 70 and now he's starting to play with these cars, toy cars.
What
No, I
what is
just
going
came to
on
the
with the toy
park.
car here?
Oh, I just found it on that right over there. Maybe a kid left it here, but I'm gonna leave it behind. He's gonna come back, I'm sure, or she, and they'll take this car. Anyway, how are you, brother? How are you doing?
I'm I'm doing good, Vinny. We had this week was Wealth Principle 31, which is the power of no and setting sales goals, a goal for no. And the book of the week was Go for No. And I know that you've been in sales forever. I mean, since you came to this country,
Yes.
sales has been your thing, and you figured it out, and you really gotten it. But most
Mhm.
people are afraid of this word, Vinny. Most people are afraid of the word no. It's not a big word, it's a small word, just two letters.
Yes.
But
Yes.
everybody that you've met and that I've met at some point has been afraid of the word no, hearing it for something. So before we dive into why it's so powerful, can you share like what do you think is the reason people are so afraid of the word no?
Okay, I think it's the attitude. It's how they look at the no word. They are always looking for the yes word. This
Yeah,
whole life is revolving against yes, agree, nodding, yeah.
yeah.
Every salesperson, when they go from their car to meet the prospect, I was thinking about my career, 45 years, I've been in sales, engineer, mechanical engineer turned into sales. And what has really happened to me in the last 45 years is that I have learned to love the no's more than the yeses. And I'll explain everything to everybody watching us in this podcast live or even later on why you should really love no's. Because the more you love to learn to love no's, the more yeses you will get. I'm telling you, I promise you, I promise you. And that's what I want to talk about. Sales goals are important, very important for every organization. How much sales you should do and how much earnings you want to make, right? So if you want to make 75,000 or 100,000, let's say 100,000, and you make about $500 per sale. So how many sales you need to do? 2,000 sales, right?
Yep.
Or if you make 5,000 or 1,000, let's keep it simple. If it's 100,000, say earnings you want to make, and you make only 1,000 per sale, you have to do how many in a year? So you should look at specific. You got it. You
100,
got it.
brother, 100.
See, a lot of time people don't know their numbers, they
Yeah,
don't know their ratios, but we need to figure out specifically on the paper what
yeah.
I want to make in a year, how many sales it's going to take, and then how many calls it's going to take for me to give how many presentations or how many people I need to be in front of, I call it, right? Because we could be spending time in driving, we could be spending time in shuffling papers, we could be spending time in social media, which gives you very little. But the thing is, you got to really 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 spend time where the the rubber hits the road, and that is talking to clients, talking to customers, talking to brokers in our business, right, in real estate, talking to investors, and
Yeah.
talking to our team members who will make a big difference. So let's talk about it. Sales goals are specific goals of how many people you want to see on a daily basis, weekly basis, and monthly basis. But Gualter, the big thing is people have in their mind, but they don't put it down.
Say that again, Vinny. They put it in their mind, but they don't put it down. They don't write it down. They don't commit to it.
They don't commit to it. I mean, let's talk about discipline, because sales goals are achieved by just not memorizing them or feeling good about them, or maybe someday I'll reach them. But sales goals are done with deadlines. Goals with deadlines are achievable goals. But if you don't want to put it down and specifically go after Monday morning, you should know how many people you got to talk on Monday. If it's 5 people, 10 people, 15 people, how many phone calls you have to make? All right. Now, if you miss the mark on Monday, you're going to work doubly hard on Tuesday. Don't just say, hey, I missed it Monday, I missed it Tuesday. You're sloughing off, brother or sister. Hold on. You got to
Tell them,
hold
Vinny. Tell them.
yourself accountable. You got to hold them accountable. If you don't have a coach, if you don't have a business coach, if you don't have somebody who can really hold you accountable yourself, you cannot hold yourself accountable, then you are in a wrong business.
Yeah.
Nobody is going to come and pat you on the back. You got to have a coach. You got to have an accountability partner, maybe your spouse, maybe your brother, maybe your sister, maybe somebody, a different person. That's why I've done well, because we used to meet every Thursday morning in my career with my other business friends for breakfast. Only 1 hour. Guess what we were talking about? How many goals did I achieve? And if I did not, why not? So there was every week report that we had to give, real report to our peers.
I love that. And that's saying, like, for a salesperson, I knew I needed to make this many calls. I made this many calls. I connected with this many people. And if I didn't, what happened? How do I fix it? Because I think a lot of people will get into well, what happened? Well, this is the problem. This is the problem. This is the problem. But they don't come up with a solution. What do you do when somebody is giving you a ton of excuses and won't find the solution within themselves? What's a good way to wake them up?
I'm so glad what you're saying right there. See, the thing is, in sales, one has to know the material. One has to feel confident. What's your message? What's your product? What's your service? If you are not sold on your service, change your business. Oh my gosh. If you don't think you have the right product, if you don't think you can contribute to the service when people pay you for that service, you're in wrong business. Hold on. That's the killer. That's the killer. How many of us are not excited what we are selling? You got to change your line. You got to look for the benefits in that product. If you don't know what the benefits are yourself, inside, out, upward, downward, through, how can you sell it to somebody?
Yeah.
You got to make the message small, short, succinct, a presentation with 2 slides, 4 slides, a sales pitch, which you can give in 30 seconds. In 30 seconds, you should be able to tell your customer what you want to do. Why should they spend time with you? Why? See, that's the problem with us, because we want other people's time, but we don't know how to get them attracted to give you time, how to really put your shit together. I'm sorry, I shouldn't be using that word, but that's
you said it. You said it, Vinny.
I know, you got to get your shit together. Don't fuck up. Don't fuck
That's
up.
right.
I know a lot of people say, Vinny, what did the heck is going on into you? Because I never use these words, but I've been listening to Gary V and
That'll
other
do
people. I know, and and Grant Cardone and all that. That'll do to you. But Vinny, you gotta watch, brother. You gotta watch. Okay. But the thing is, I'm telling you, many times we need a knock on the head. We need to get a paddle in the back. and hit us hard to say, don't mess up. Don't mess up. Because today, if you don't have concrete goals, sales goals, activity goals, hold on. Sales goals are one on the sideline. Those are not important. What's important is daily activity, precise activity. Put it in parentheses, precise activity. Today, you got to do it by 5 o'clock. What are 4 things you got to talk to with the prospect? If you need to pick up the phone, if you're feeling not good about your phone skills, go on YouTube and just write down, I don't have good phone skills. People will teach you. People will teach you right there what to do to get confidence in Dale Carnegie course or Toastmasters, which I did, which gave me strength to talk about, in hand inflections. And I speak with the hands and mouth and eyes and everything, and up and down inflection of voice, all that. But you got to be motivated. See, the problem is people are dead. When they talk to customers, they are not alive. You got to be alive. You got to be fascinated. You got to mirror, of course, your customer on the other side. I don't need to be too excited if the other person is so meek. I need to mirror that person, Those are all strengths, right? But the confidence comes, Walter, you asked me, what will give them strength to pick up that phone? See, if you are really shying away from picking up the phone, then pick up the phone, look at yourself in the mirror, and you practice on yourself. I'm telling you, that's how I did, brother. I was shivering in front of 30 people, my first presentation. Now I don't shiver in front of 2,000 people, 4,000 people. I'm there with lapel microphone. Give me that and turn me loose into the crowd like Tony Robbins and other people. I'm no Tony Robbins or Deepak Chopra, but I have my own influence. The key thing is you got to be passionate to what you're selling.
Vinney, as we're talking about you on stage, I think more and more people are getting excited about seeing you at the summit because they see your energy here on a camera, as you're walking around your beautiful golf course out there, but in the neighborhood. But I think that like how you present yourself on stage is one more representation of just how you live your life. Like you bring so much energy to the things that you do. And it's a testament, right? Because you practiced it. You practiced it in the mirror. You practiced it by yourself. I'm sure you practiced in front of your wife. And then when you finally get in front of everybody, it's a shined, polished presentation, and you're used to the energy. What tips would you give to somebody right now if they're having a hard time looking in the mirror at themselves? Let's say, practicing. Maybe they're embarrassed.
Guys and gals, groom up, love yourself. Nobody is going to love you more than you love yourself. I was just reading it yesterday. I'm going to be doing some recordings on regeneration of cells, stem cells, everything, because I feel like who I am today didn't happen overnight. How I feel today as 40 years of age, at 70, 30 years less than my age, is because what I've done to my subconscious and conscious. So you got to groom yourself. I do maxi mani pedis, just to let everybody know, hot wax. I'm the kind of guy, I love to spend 2 hours at the salons. I'm the guy, every week I do 2 hours of deep tissue massages and hot stone and Swedish massages and all. I've been doing for years and years. I love that because I want regeneration of my cells and I want to feel good about myself. That's the key, brother. And, I transplanted some of my hair from the side, spent $19,000 a few years back with plastic surgeon. I know you have bald, but my hair was receding in the front. So I paid $19,000 and in one day they plucked it out from here and put them on the top, brother.
And now you look in the mirror, you got that confidence.
I know. Look at this here, the thing is, you got to love yourself. And people might say, Vinney, I can't afford it. Hey, I did it when I couldn't afford it, brother. I bought things when I couldn't afford. I got a coach. I got a mentor. I bought, motivational books. I bought CDs and DVDs and whatever you name it when I didn't have money. But guess what? That investment paid big dividends in millions, now. But what I'm trying to say that is, Gualter, is that you got to love yourself. You got to feel confident who you are.
Yeah.
If you don't know who you are, just go on Google and say, I don't know myself, who I am. And you will find articles after articles after articles. I love YouTube better than Google, and Google owns YouTube, by the way. But the
They own
thing
it
is,
anyway, right?
you got to just say, you got to just go to Google, YouTube, say, I don't feel good today. Just say that. I'm telling you, brother and sisters, go ahead and do that. There will be some clips. Then you look for what hits your mind correctly and look at it and say, you know what? I can do this. Because you got to just do small changes in your thinking. You will start doing better. Action cures fear. Action cures complacency. Action cures you're feeling depressed. Action cures, how you feel. Momentum comes, a locomotive takes so much power to leave the station. But once it's already moving, the power needed is so little. That's who we are too. Human beings, when we get up, emotion, you got to get up. When you're depressed, you got to walk, you got to talk, you got to move up and do exercise, all those things. Anyway, and that's I love every 7 days a week, walking 3.5 miles every day. I love it. I love myself because I accomplish so much in the morning,
I see it, Vinney. Every Thursday, I hear your list of things you've accomplished. I see your energy. I see you out there doing your miracle morning, and it's an inspiration not just to me, but to everybody who watches us on Abundance Thursdays. Now, going for no is not easy. Going for no means you're going out there. You're saying, I know I've got to talk to 10 people in order to get one yes.
Smell the roses. Smell that. These are not roses, but they look like that. And play with the toys. Play with the toys. Remember, I mentioned to you, Vinney is 70, but I am a kid at heart. The smallest kid at heart. This just got my fantasy. I love it. I know. So I'm going to leave it here. Here, some boy left it here for me last night. You got to really enjoy. You got to enjoy life. You got to just not worry about small things. There is a book called Don't Sweat the Small Stuff. I think it's the name of the book. I read that, and it's such a small book. But guess what? You know what? You got to be a kid every day. Look at this here. I'm a kid.
There you go.
If there is a swing, Vinny's going to go on that swing. I'm telling you right now, brother, because that's what it's all about. You got to really feel good who you are, and you got to just enjoy everything around you. Everything around you, brother. Everything
Vinny,
around
it
you.
reminds me of a book that I read a while back. It was Relax More, Stress Less, or Stress Less, Relax More. And the whole premise of the book was everything that you want is going to happen as long as you take right action. You don't have to stress taking right action. Just do the right things. And get better the next day, and get better the next day, but keep doing them. Do them messy, it's fine, but keep getting better every day a little bit. And you're going to find that you can actually relax knowing you're doing the right things.
I'm so glad you're saying it. I'm on the slide now, brother. Look at that right here. Vinney at the slide. He's a kid at heart. But you're so right. See, I believe in few things in my life. One thing I believe for sure, is that when things happen to you, they were supposed to happen to you.
Yeah.
Hold on. What I just said. Don't fight what is been dealt in your life. Don't fight it. Accept it. Accept it. Accept it. The sooner you accept misery or sorrow or difficulty or whatever has been happening in your life right now, accept it. After acceptation, find out why it happened, not why happened, how it happened, and then find solution to get out of it. Because if you really, really, really accept the misery and the sorrow, the sooner it will go away. Promise.
Yep.
I mean, it has happened in my life again and again and again and again. One day we should talk about that. All the miseries I've gone through, I'm still going through. I mean,
Yeah.
the thing is, not everybody's positive all the time. I'm not positive all the time. I have similar kind of situations. You bet. You bet.
You're shocking everybody right now, Vinny. After seeing all your
No,
posts, like
no. That's the truth, brother. I'm going through so much in my life. I mean, we are happily married, everything fine, but business-wise, so many ups and downs. So
oh
many
yeah,
ups and downs with the cost of goods getting higher, labor problems, employee problems, deal problems,
interest rates.
banks, oh,
Yeah,
interest rates hikes. You name it, brother. I have got everything in my lap, and then my bank saying, "We're not going to give you draws, Vinny. I've completed my senior assisted living about 60%. They say bring $2 million more." What? Just told me a few weeks back. So I'm raising money for my projects because I need to bring more money to the deal to close these deals, construction deals. So
yep.
I took it on my chin, and then I said, okay, what's the best way to do it? I reached out to my investors and giving them very high, 18%,
Wow,
18% to 20% per year. Oh my God.
wow.
I'm not selling any securities, guys. Just to let you
Not
know,
selling anything, just
I'm
telling
a
a story.
I'm a syndicator, right? It's just an example. But
Yeah,
people gave me millions of dollars because they
yeah,
believe in me that I will finish up anyway. So a lot of stresses are there. But what you said is so right. A lot of us get so stressed out and say, it's why poor me? Why me? Why not my next door neighbor or this or that
yeah.
person who is very healthy
Spread it
life?
across a few people. Why is it all got to be on this guy? Yeah,
Yeah. The sooner we accept and
yeah,
sooner we say, what's the solution? And
yeah,
who can help me? Just don't work solo. See, the biggest thing is people do suicides and other things like that when they are so into themselves and they just cannot see a way out. You
yeah.
got to. Life is a team. Life is to really enjoy, sharing, find some friends who can really share their, grief with you, and you help them and you can share your grief with them, right?
Yeah.
But not having all the friends who are already, into the depressions, and you won't get out of it then. So you
Yeah.
got to really reach to the sky. People, change your friends if you are into that kind of, yeah.
Change your friends, change your life, right? That's simple.
Oh,
Change your friends, you change your life.
I mean, we
Yeah,
talk about it, we read about it, we have listened to it. You are the sum total of 5 friends around you. Five
yep,
friends, brother. Some say 7. I like number 7 more.
yep,
But 5 friends. I mean, your income would be average of your 5 friends' income.
yep.
That's how a lot of people say. Your attitude will be very similar or kind of average of the 5 people that you meet and talk to. So if the friends are pulling you down, you got to just tell them, hey, guess what? I'm trying to get out to this level and this level. I'm sorry, come with me. Let's get trained, and then we expect more out of ourselves. Or if you don't want to go in this journey, then I'm going to seek out to new friends.
I
You
love
got
it,
to do
Vinny.
it. No,
You
you
got
got
to
to
say
do
it.
it.
You just got to do it.
You
There's
got
no
to
getting
do it.
around it.
Yeah.
You got to look your
Let's come
friends
back
in the
to
eyes and be
sales.
like, "Ow, you are, you're a part of my life because you're moving me forward. Anybody who's not moving me forward, it's like, got to go, right?" And just be willing to have that conversation. And so
See,
going back to sales, you're right. Going back to it,
no,
you
let's
know,
go to sales again. Again, today's topic was sales. Sales are the backbone of every business. I mean, if you're not excited about sales and revenues for your business, you're in the wrong business. I mean, every company, dentists, doctors, I'm just saying that doctors, same thing, lawyers, attorneys, entrepreneurs, business people, you name it, financial planners, every single person, self-employed or W-2 person too, because you got to really bring revenues in the company you are working with. So sales and marketing are the engines to every business. Sales is something everybody should be really trying to get better at it. But as we are talking about it, you got to really love to learn to love no's. And I'll share you why. And we've talked about it, right, Gualter? If you're making 100,000 and each yes makes you 1,000, let's say, dollars, right? So how many yeses you need, right?
Yeah,
Now,
you need 100 yeses
100 yeses in a year. In a
in
year,
a year.
you need 100 yeses in a year. Let's talk about, do you close 1 out of 5? So how many no's do you need?
You need 500
Aha,
no's.
500 no's. All right. So 100 yeses, every sixth will be your yes. So 600, you divide the 100,000 income by 600.
Yep.
Now you have the value, same value for the yes and the no. Got it?
That's
Everybody got it?
powerful math.
Everybody got it?
Powerful math.
So-
Yes, you
so-
need 600 calls to make it
You
work.
got 600 calls to make your 100,000 income. Very simple. Now you say, I would love no's as much as I will love the yes. That's it. Every
Simple.
time you get a no, you put that money in your pocket. You leave the client with a great attitude. You say, you know what? I really respect your time, what you have given me. I know at this time, this may not be the right service for you, but I'm in this business for eternity. And please take my card and this and that, everything, and my proposal, and be ready, when you are, to reach out to me, because I want to work. We want to happily get involved in the future, and leave them with the most positive way. Get 3 referrals. What? Vinney, I'm telling you a secret,
You got
brother.
it, Vinney.
I mean, you got to ask for referrals from everybody.
Yes.
Every yes you
Yes.
sell, every no you sell, you say, can you think of 3 other people? That's how you build your list. That's how you build. If they can recommend, if they love you, if they like your service, but they cannot get you involved, they cannot get involved in your service at this time, they will tell other people. And don't
Yes.
say, out of your 10,000 contacts, send me to everybody. No, you say, who are the 3 people you can think of who might benefit in your country club, or in your, people that you meet in a mastermind. So give them some definite, segments of people to think about. And then, as a matter of fact, I used to have a form, like a survey form, and it said 3 referrals at the bottom. Always.
I love
Always.
that. 3 referrals at the bottom. Send me 3 referrals.
I mean, you got to always be building your business. And
Right.
my retention in my sales used to be, in motivational speaking, almost 87.9% retention. What?
Wow.
Amazing, because you want to give the best to the clients who have said yes to you. Then you get more and more of their networks and things like that. Anyway, so let's talk about love to learn no's as much as you learn to love yeses. What will that do to you, to your subconscious and conscious, is that you'll be happier, you'll be confident, you would leave the customer or a prospect in a good frame of mind, rather than pissed off because you did not get a yes. A lot of time I've seen salespeople, and I'm one of them, where you did not get a yes, your whole attitude changes. Your smile changes into a frown. You just say, Who are you to tell me no? If that attitude you leave that customer, they're not going to like you, brother. They will not like you, my sister.
Done.
The thing is,
Yeah.
you got to really leave them in the best frame of mind. But the big thing is, then you get ready for the next no. What? You want to make a yes, but you learn your material. You get in your car, you drive to the next person, and you just give the most enthusiastic, the best presentation ever. Every presentation should be your very best.
I love it. Absolutely. Show up your
Every
best no
single
matter
one.
what. One of my phrases, Vinny, was when you have a choice, always work with the best. That was like what I said all the time, because it was about showing up as your very best, always bringing your best
Yes.
level to the game. And you've stated it here, and I think every salesperson on the planet that does very well knows that, and everybody who's not doing well wants to know that, has to know that. And it is about the nose. It is about tracking your KPIs, right? Another word is key
KPIs.
principal indicators, those KPIs.
You bet. Oh my gosh. Just 1 second.
Yep.
But you know what? The thing is, if I may say one more thing, groom well. The Zoom, this COVID and Zoom and everything has really made us very lethargic. It has made us to not dress up, not take shower every day. And so forth. The thing is, you got to be groomed when you are even in the Zoom presentation. Wear that tie and that scarf and look sharp, and the pockets, handkerchief and everything. Because the thing is, you want to be your very best in every presentation, because they are giving you their time. Your prospects are giving you their best time ever. And you got to be respectful for that. You got to make it the best meeting ever. That's how you get sales. You don't get sales by just sloughing off and just showing up half-ass and then just trying to swing it. See, if you try to wing it, the customers know that you're winging, that you are not organized, that you don't have your presentation right, you don't have your proposal right, you don't have your smile right. You got to have that smile.
Truth. 100%, Vinny. Speaking of smiles, you are Vinney Smile Chopra. We are getting closer. We're 43 days out to the 100 Millionaire Summit. We're coming up. Vinny and myself will be there hanging out with you. For the VIPs, we'll see you on Thursday night. For everybody else, we'll see you Friday morning. There is early registration on Thursday. Get your tickets, book your flights, book your hotels, and bring some positivity. We're going to bring all the positivity you can handle.
Yes.
But bring a little extra, because we're going to be in the room, and we deserve to see that you're very best. Vinny, if you have any
there'll be fireworks, there'll be so many exciting things. Oh my gosh, if you have not been to Gualter's Summit, brother and sisters, you got to get your seat. You got to get it in the front seat. Come there with lot of great mind and open mind, and and build relationships and pick up skills that you can implement to grow your business. Small investment of the ticket will pay you 100 times. I'm telling you, the money that I spent with my coach and mentors is paying me thousands of times. It's amazing. I can't tell how much I've learned and grown my business because of the mentors and because of the people who have affected my thinking, my life. So thank you, and we'll see you in October, and love to see you there. Thank you, Gualter, brother.
Success.
Yeah. See you.
Vinny, keep up the good work, brother. I'll see you next week.
Thank you, brother. Thank you. Cheers. Bye-bye.